Advisory services, such a hot topic for accounting firm owners right now. And it's partly a growing topic, a growing way of advancing your firm, because so much of what's going on is challenging firm owners, and they have to adjust if they don't want to become extinct. So think about it. With AI, technology, offshore options, the compliance side of accounting and tax is really getting easier and easier. People have more options than they ever did before, and they have lower cost options as well. So in order to remain relevant, that's why advisory services is on the rise. And something to think about is that advisory services is so different than compliance work. It's about being able to leverage your firm and what you do for your clients and be seen as a partner with your clients. You're able to help them with things like financial reporting and analysis, being able to help them make better decisions as they're moving forward with their own business and that growth. So you're able to help with strategic growth, tax planning, risk management. Those are some of the top ways that firms are starting to add advisory services and really focusing on those particular things. But I just want to say, by doing this, adding this into your firm, it once again positions you as a strategic partner for your client's success. And there's a couple reasons why moving this direction is so crucial now in order to remain relevant. The very first one is by adding in advisory services, you have higher profit margins. You can charge more for your services than if you just focus on the compliance side of bookkeeping and tax. The second one is recurring revenue, because this is something that can actually be an ongoing engagement as opposed to a one-off meeting with most of your clients. The third thing is that it deepens client relationships because they now see you as an advisor, someone that can help them get insights so they're making better business decisions. It can speed up their business growth and evolution. They become more loyal clients to your firm. They're not jumping off as quickly because there's a cheaper alternative out there. So it actually deepens the client relationship. The fourth thing is differentiation. This is one way to stand apart from everybody else that offers some similar compliance side services as you do. And then the fifth thing is that it future-proofs your firm. What this means is that you can now go ahead and make those investments in AI and technology and automate some of the things that you up until now might have been doing manually. And by doing that, it allows you to free up time, have more capacity to focus on the advisory side. So those are some of the reasons to be able to look at offering advisory services, higher profit margins, recurring revenue, you deepen client relationships, differentiation, and also it future-proofs your firm. But as you might be thinking about this, sounds like a great idea, but you find that some challenges come up. And the very first one is the mindset. Transitioning from the compliance side into an advisory role is a different way of looking at yourself as well as your firm and how you work with your clients. So that is the very first thing, is sometimes you have thoughts that maybe contradict you or hold you back, or you're not sure, or you feel like you don't have enough education to be able to do that. So we hold ourselves back and resist moving in this direction. The next thing is skill development. And something to think about is advisory services requires a different skill set than the compliance side, where you focus more on the functions and the technical side of what you're doing. The third thing is pricing and packaging, and figuring out how do you price and offer advisory services to your clients, or be able to attract new people come to your firm because they want your advisory services. Fourth is client education. Think about your current clients. What do you need to educate them about in order for them to see the value of advisory services and how you might be able to make even more of an impact with what it is that they want to achieve? And number 5 is time management. This is where you have to look at the fact that you're probably already busy. How do you start to create capacity for this? And what would the balance look like between the compliance side and the consulting side? So those are some of the things that become challenges, is the mindset shift, skill development, pricing and packaging, client education, and time management. But if you feel like you're aware of it, you know that there's some challenges, but you want to move forward, here are some ways to overcome those challenges. The very first thing is start small. You don't have to have a full-blown advisory services offering right now. You can just start with something that is simple and aligned with your strength. So think about, what is it that you absolutely love helping your clients with? It's easy for you, it's enjoyable, and you know that you give your clients great value when you help guide them in this way. So find something that is already aligned with your strengths and start out small with that one thing. It highlights your expertise. The second thing is go ahead and invest in training. Find training for yourself. If you have a team, train your team as well. And one thing that you want to look at, it's not just about looking at the technical part of advisory services, but it's also about the softer skills, focusing on communication skills. I'm going to say I would invest in communication skills first. How do you have these conversations? What does it look like? How do you deal with people when maybe there's resistance or objections? And how do you go ahead and structure the conversations? So focus on maybe developing the communication skills, because I think you probably have enough as far as the technical insights to get started, especially if you start with something that is strength-based for you already. The third thing is take advantage of all the technology out there. There are so many options out there. There are new ones coming out there every day, but go ahead and find a tech stack that is going to go ahead and automate some of the compliance side of the work that you're doing, and possibly invest in something that will help add even more value to your advisory services. So look at your tech stack and how can you either utilize it more what you already have, or what can you add to it that will free up time as far as the compliance side and also add value on the advisory side. The next thing is communicating value. Be able to have the right words to communicate why this is important to your clients. So that is really critical, especially if they right now see you as that technician. You want to be able to start repositioning yourself to where they now are aware of the advisory, the consulting part that you can help them with, and why that would make a difference and matter. And the last one is network and learn. This is where you want to put yourself around other firms that are already doing this so that you can learn from them, figure out what they did that actually helped them to build this out in their firm as a service offering, as well as some of the mistakes they made, so you can avoid making those costly mistakes and be able to have this be a smooth transition. So those are the 5 ways to be able to get started now. Is start out small and go with your strengths, invest in training, leverage technology, communicate value to your clients, network and learn with people that have already started implementing this. And the main thing is, don't overthink this. If this appeals to you, don't overthink this. Go ahead and get started right now with that one action step that is going to go ahead and give you momentum. Because the firms that are thriving today are the ones that already started investing and building out advisory services a couple years ago. They're a little bit further ahead of you, but you want to get started now. It's better now than continuing to wait. And this isn't just about growing your business. It's about offering more value to your clients and securing your firm's future so that you're able to adapt with the changes that are going on in the industry. Now, if this interests you and you want to go ahead and start building out advisory services, you have some of those concerns, you want some of the first steps, then join me for an upcoming masterclass. build advisory services into your accounting firm to increase your revenue and boost your client success. It is going to be on Tuesday, September 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. And the details are at businesssuccesssolution.com/advisory. Once again, I'm doing a masterclass on building advisory services into your firm. You can get all the details at businesssuccesssolution.com/advisory. Let me know what you thought about this, where it resonated, where you can use some more information, what you took away from it. Would love to hear from you. And I look forward to further conversations. Lauren Fogelman, showing accounting firm owners how to double their income, working half the time.